Would you like to say anything about your collaborative alliance executive suites? Because that seems like it's a nice model that other professionals might like to follow or at least be aware of.
Yes, I would, because it is, as I mentioned, part of the idea of collaborative is that it's interdisciplinary. So we have professionals all over town, and usually you would hire, anywhere from 4 or 5 professionals to help you. And you might have a child specialist in one part of town, and the attorney in the other part of town, and maybe a financial neutral in the other part. And you thought, well, okay, that's okay, but isn't that kind of expensive and difficult? And I thought, wouldn't it be great if we get a lot of those professionals in the same space? And so, about 18 years ago, financial neutral, who I worked with a lot, Amy Wolf and myself, decided, well, let's create this collaborative alliance space, bringing people under the same roof. And we started, and it worked even far better than we thought. It's grown, several times over the years, and we now have cases, which even I'll talk about, COVID has shifted this, but even in cases where we're meeting together, almost always we could just walk down the hall and see people, and a client would come to one space and one very soothing, family-centered space with very comfortable offices that look more like therapist offices, and know that the professionals will come to them. They don't have to chase all over town. Now, so that was the thing behind it, which we thought was better for clients than it was, and better for professionals, because if I want to talk to the child specialist or financial, I can go down the hall and say, here's something that's going on, or even the other attorney. Now, with COVID, so much is being done by Zoom that you can be. I've done collaborative cases now with people in Brazil and all over the world. I mean, you can do a collaborative case anywhere, and it works. I still tend to favor face-to-face on some meetings, and I like the idea of being together, but that's the idea of being physically together does help sometimes. And so the idea was having people in the same physical space, and even be able to design a space that's more family oriented rather than having sort of power symbols that lawyers normally use. We use more family symbols, more like a therapist's office. So that's helped a lot.